So in less than 45 hours time we shall be setting off on the 2023 Yorkshire Marathon, and on this little shakeout run we're doing we shall take you through what we've done in terms of marathon training and preparation, what our race day strategy is going to be, and what we think we can achieve at Yorkshire Marathon 2023.
So, welcome to the channel. I'm Dawn.
And I'm John, and together we're the two running brooms.
We only decided to enter this marathon 8 weeks ago, off the back of a good summer of training.
That's right, during the summer you may have followed our Fast and Furious 5k series, but what we did during that series is we made sure that our long runs were built up to 15, 16 miles. We did an 18 miler off-road. So if we decided come late August we wanted to do this marathon, we had the base and foundation on which to build.
During the short 8-week marathon block, we've done a number of long runs.
That's right, we have done 5 long runs totaling 100 miles, which I think is a rule of thumb to get you through a marathon. 2 of those have been long run workouts, so speedier sections in. There have been a combination of hilly runs and runs along here on our favourite Trans-Pennine Trail, where you can work at specific paces. So we feel we've done enough long runs to be marathon ready.
Most of the training block has had weekly mileage between 50 and 60 miles, but we did manage to peak with a couple of weeks at 70 miles.
So whilst we've not done as much training as we might for a long marathon training block, we do feel we're in shape to execute the Yorkshire Marathon competently. And that leads us nicely on to what do we think we're going to do.
Prediction time. So I've done a half marathon, a 10k and a 5k in the last month or two, just over a month, and all of those race times are predicted I should run a sub 3:20. However, although I feel my potential is definitely I could run a sub 3:20, I don't think on this occasion I quite have enough training to be able to execute a sub 3:20. So my predictions are that I will run between 3:20 and 3:30. The reason I entered this race was twofold. One was to get good for age time for London Marathon, and the second was because it's an England Masters qualification race. Now, as you know from previous videos, and if you haven't checked them out, check them out, I've qualified for the half marathon and the 10k for the England Masters, and this one would be my third if I could get it.
And what do you need to do to qualify for the England Masters in this race?
So I need to be in the first 3 in my age group and run within the qualification time.
And as for me, my recent race performances predict somewhere between 3:10 and 3:15. I would be delighted, or in the words of Kevin Keegan again, I would love it if I ran those times, but quite simply, I don't think I will. And here are the following reasons. Historically, I never ran to my potential in the marathon to what my 10k, half marathon and shorter distances times predicted. Also, unlike Dawn, I'm coming to this marathon off a short block of marathon training, but without having the layers beforehand of a marathon training program last spring, last autumn, etc. So it's short and sharp. My goal here is to enter the marathon, enjoy the experience of taking part in a well-regarded local marathon that I've never done before, run a solid race, hopefully not blow up in the last 10k, and have a building block to go towards my ultimate goal of a sub 3 marathon in 2024. So I'm taking the pressure off in terms of time. I just want to execute it well, and the time will be what it will be. So next, fueling strategy. What's yours, Dawn?
So mine is quite simple, in all honesty. I intend to take the SIS gels, isotonic gels, every 4 miles until the finish, and drink sips of water along the way.
I shall also be taking SIS gels every 4 miles, but I shall be alternating between the isotonic ones and the electrolyte ones that our friend Suzanne has kindly provided for me, because I tend to sweat a lot and lose more salt, so I reckon the electrolyte ones will be just a job for me. I also think they're providing High 5 electrolyte drink on course at 3 stations, but I believe that's going to be out of cups, and drinking out of cups when racing a marathon is never the easiest thing in the world.
And don't try something you've never tried before.
And in terms of not trying anything new, race morning breakfast will be a large bowl of porridge with some sunflower seeds on it. You?
Well, normally before a long run I have toast, so I'm still going to have toast with butter and jam, but I'll probably have a small bowl of porridge alongside it.
So the race starts at 9:30, but because we need to be at the park and ride to get on a bus at 7, and that's about an hour away from here, we'll be leaving the house about 5:30. So we'll probably need to top up en route as well. Probably use something like Rice Krispie Squares bars there that don't sit heavy on the stomach.
Yeah, or a banana.
So the all important kit for me, my club sore vest. For you?
Same.
And beneath the vest there will be my underwear and a pair of light Puma shorts I possess.
Mine, I think, are New Balance shorts. I've got a pocket in the back and 2 pockets in the side, so I can carry my gels on me without worrying, and I can put my phone in the side on my shorts.
Good point. And on top of my Puma shorts I will be having a flip belt in which I'll be carrying the 6 gels I need, plus my phone, plus this GoPro, so I can film en route.
I will be recording the run on my trusted Garmin 645.
Same here, both have the same watch. We have the same watch, we have the same makeup watch, but one each, because it wouldn't work if we had one watch between us.
Mine's the music one, but I never listen to music on it.
So socks and shoes, I never really go for specific socks. I'll just be wearing anything I can pull off the shelf that are sort of Tesco own brand socks. But shoes, you may have seen a few weeks ago I made a video umming and ahhing between 5 different pairs of marathon shoes, and the winner is the Nike Vaporflies. I took them out on a long run a few weeks ago, an undulating 20 miler. They were absolutely fine, felt great, didn't even notice I had them on, which is the mark of a good marathon shoe. Now Dawn hasn't had quite such a smooth journey to her marathon shoe choice, have you?
Well, no, because I thought I was going to wear the Alpha Flies or the Vapor Flies. You may remember from a previous video I said definitely wearing the Alpha Flies or the Vapor Flies. However, I wore my Alpha Flies for the half marathon and I ended up with really sore toenails, and I lost my little toenail, yuck. And then I wore the Vapor Flies out on a longer training run and they rubbed on my insole. So that left me lacking confidence of wearing either pair for the marathon. So I had been wearing the Adidas Pro 2s for some long run workouts and I loved them. And I had a new pair in the box, and guess what, guys? I've taken those new pair out of the box and I've worn them for 5 miles, and they're my shoe of choice for Sunday.
Here's another man who'll be racing Sunday, debut marathon, best of luck, Ian. So you'll have done 5 miles, we're doing a park run tomorrow, 8 miles in your marathon shoes. So that should be enough because you've worn the same brand.
Yes, that's right. I mean, I've got another pair of these which I've worn quite regularly and I love them. So yeah, I don't think there'll be a problem. Well, I hope there's not going to be a problem. In terms of socks, like yourself, I normally wear any brand of socks that feel comfortable on my feet, but on this occasion I'm wearing a pair of More Mile socks that are seamless, because in the past I've experienced a seam on a pair of socks that rubs into the top of the toe, causing bleeding and really sore feet on the journey. I don't want that this time. And of course I'll be wearing one more thing that John won't be wearing, and that's a sports bra, but we won't go into details on that one.
But I'll come right back at you because I'll be putting Vaseline on my nipples to avoid nipple rub. Other things I'll be taking just before the race, trusty Imodium. That's what I always do before a marathon. It removes one potential disaster. It's something I've always done in marathons. I'll also be Vaselining my feet extensively to avoid chafing there and around the groin area. I think that's everything that I'm going to be carrying with me or applying to my body for the race.
And I will be also using Imodium and the Vaseline for my feet and my groin and under my arms, because there's little bits on here on your arms that tends to get a bit of wind chafing, if that's what you want to call it, if there's any slight breeze around. So yeah, I'll be doing exactly the same in terms of applying those things to my body.
One more thing, as the Chuckle Brothers used to say. There's one piece of kit I should be wearing that I don't have yet, and that is my race number. Despite everybody I know in the club having received their race number over a week ago or longer, and despite being in contact with Yorkshire Marathon, my 2 choices are to drive all the way over to York tomorrow and back, 2-hour round trip, and burning all that fuel, not very environmentally friendly, to collect my race number in person, or to hunt out the desk on the morning and get my number then. So that's something I will do. But it's not ideal on race morning to be hunting around for numbers and hoping that they'll have you there, registered, etc. So one slight worry I'm trying to put out of my head. Not yet received my race number.
So that just leaves us to now go and make sure we get our fueling and hydration right over these next 2 days, and we'll see you on the start line.
Yeah, so tune in probably Monday or Tuesday to see how we got on at the Yorkshire Marathon. Try and get the video out by then. So we hope you've enjoyed this little preview into how we are preparing to race a marathon in 2 days' time. If you have, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe so you can see how we got on at the marathon and our future running, parkruns and training and coaching, then we'd love to have you along for the ride.
So until next time, guys, keep on keeping on.
Keep on keeping on.